Is it a bad idea filming on a spinny chair? Because I'm just gonna spin the whole time. Probably. Hey guys, it is me, Taylor Skirt. I hope you remember who I am. I haven't posted in like a month and that makes me really sad. But I'm kind of here to just explain why. So let's get into it. I was on the BBC. That is crazy. Like officially crazy. I still haven't quite wrapped my head around it. Like, I have such a small YouTube channel, and yet somebody from BBC Southwest found me and emailed me and asked me to make a video diary for them. I actually can't show you the video that I did because even though it's my face and I basically sent them like 99% of all the footage, it's got their logo on it.
So they could technically sue me for using my own face.
They sent me an email and I was just sitting at this desk and I was checking my emails, and then I read this thing and I just instantly thought it was spam. Then I saw who it was from and I was like, my heart skipped a beat a little bit, and then I like grabbed my laptop and I sprinted down my stairs. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video where I give you a little bit of a room tour, but my stairs are unsafe. Did I even put that in those videos? I'll put it on the screen now.
I don't think this video does it justice, but these stairs are so steep and it's really uncomfortable not being able to pick which foot you go on, and going down is really hard, and if you have to turn around halfway up to go back down, it's just impossible to do these stairs.
My stairs are scary, but I was super excited. I had my laptop in my hands and I was like running down these stairs. I almost fell over, almost cracked my laptop. I was like screaming to my housemates, which they did not enjoy, and they were like checking it for me to make sure like I was a real person and we saw that it was a real thing and this was actually happening, and someone had reached out to me to be on the BBC. Like, I'm such a small creator. Even at Exeter, like, there's Ruby Granger, there's like so many bigger YouTube channels, and that they chose me. That was super crazy to me. So yeah, over the next couple of weeks, like, we had a bunch of emails that we were sending back and forth, them sort of telling me what they wanted from me, and me then, you know, panicking and taking a shot before filming the video because I'd been doing it for like an hour and I still hadn't got anywhere. So I forget how exhausting talking is. Lockdown, baby! I sent in this video and I hadn't edited it. They did all the editing and they put it on Instagram, Twitter, the website, and Facebook. Yeah, even just one of those medias would be so crazy to me. Facebook was the main one. I got a bunch of views on a lot of these social medias, but Facebook, last time I checked, I had 233,000 views. Like, what? I'm pretty sure that my entire YouTube channel has about less than 15,000 views. 233,000 views. That's a lot of eyes, okay? That's a lot of people looking at my video. There's a lot of people seeing my face.
And this is the thumbnail photo that they see of my face? Are you kidding? Look at me! Look at me!
I can't even fathom that number. Like, that's a lot of people. 233,000 people. And that's just Facebook. That is just Facebook. Now, obviously, with having this much exposure, I obviously got a lot of comments. And you guys were so cute. I had so many people, like, texting me being like, hey, forget about the haters, don't read the comments, like, we love you, you did so good. And I really appreciate that, but I didn't need those comments. Like, I absolutely love that you sent them to me, but I didn't need them because they were just so funny. Like, I don't want to go too far into it because we would be here a while, but how can you take these comments seriously when they start with things like diddums? Quite a lot of these comments were uneducated and just irrelevant. There were people telling me to stop whining when I could have been during World War II, and like, that has zero relevance. The BBC reached out to me and asked me to make a video about what changed with my university life because of COVID-19. Not which is worse, World War II or COVID-19. Like, there's, where is the link? Anyway, enough on that. Now I have 2 BBC phone numbers in my contacts and I feel kind of famous, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I will say about the BBC, like, these people that I was in contact with were the nicest humans, but they did ask me how I wanted to be thanked for my work, and I was just like, you know what, if anything's going to come out for it, I'd like people to come to my YouTube channel. So what would I like? Clout. And they were like, yeah, no problem. And then they didn't.
They didn't!
On Instagram, they linked my Instagram, which is fair enough. On Twitter, they linked my Twitter, which is fair enough. But on the website and Facebook, they could have linked my YouTube channel, and they didn't. At the same time, though, judging by all the comments that I was getting on the Facebook, I'm not sure I'd want a bunch of Karens coming to my channel. They don't deserve me. They don't deserve us. But that is the one thing. But honestly, the whole experience was super, super cool. I mean, I could just email them and get them to fix it, and they probably would. But I didn't do it for the clout, so I didn't really care. I more did it because, well, one, being on the news is just kind of cool, and number two, being given the opportunity to give my own opinions and explain what's going on for university students during this pandemic was just really, really exciting. So I was on the BBC! And that is just one of the life updates I have for you in this video. I literally am moving around all the time. I'm so sorry. Maybe I should just stand? I don't know, I'm just gonna try and stop, okay? At the beginning of this university year, I was like totally not bothered about the fact that my Freshers Week was terrible and that all of these events were gonna be cancelled, because I was like, you know what? This is my third year, my final year of this course, but I'm gonna be doing another course and I'm gonna be staying at this university. I'm doing a postgraduate at this university. So this isn't my final year. I can still make up for everything next year. I was wrong. So for those of you who don't know, I am a third year at university, and I've been planning for most of my university degree to follow on with Exeter to do a postgraduate in education. So a PGCE, a postgraduate certificate of education. I want to teach English and drama to secondary school students, and I was planning on just staying at Exeter all the way through. But then I had an absolute shock when I actually went to research into this course and start thinking about applying for it, and I realized that Exeter doesn't do my course. So I had a massive panic at this point. I was like, that was my last Freshers and I didn't even know it. This is my last everything and it's not going to be the same because of COVID, and I'm really, really sad now, and now I have to start researching loads of other universities and I'm totally not prepared for this. And so I sort of had a bit of a breakdown. Just a little bit of a breakdown. I started spending hours a day Googling different universities and finding out which ones did my courses and which ones I wanted to attend, which ones looked good, which ones were in areas that I wanted to learn to teach in, etc, 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 etc. All this crazy shenanigans. And it was taking up a lot of my time. Not to mention that I am a third year uni student, so I am doing a lot of work. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but seeing as the fact that we're online and teachers don't think we have anything else to do because of lockdown, they're giving us so much work. So I've been really, really busy trying to keep up with that, and then on top of that having to try and figure out where I'm going for my PGCE after being hit with a massive brick and still doing the BBC thing at the same time at this point. I kind of just sort of like threw myself into that, and unfortunately I had to put YouTube in a backseat. Now, I was really sad about that because I love YouTube and it's a really, really great outlet for me, but a single video does take 30 to 50 hours to make, depending on what the topic is, and I had so much fun. Halloween content planned. I bought a lobster costume. Honestly, the best purchase I've ever made. Like, look at me. Look, I'm a lobster. But I just didn't have the time to make the videos as good as I wanted them to be. So I just sort of had to put YouTube in a backseat, and it was really, really sad because it's also just such a good therapeutic release for me because I really, really do love making these videos for you guys. But education has to come first, and this is a very important year and a very important decisions that are gonna control my future, because I, don't make money off YouTube. So this was a massive, massive thing going on. And then I decided on 2 universities that I wanted to go to. I started going to virtual open days and things like that, making loads of notes, trying to write a personal statement, trying to get referees. And then my friend came to visit, and this is like a week ago now. So my friend came to visit, just out of the blue phoned me. Thank you, Ed, I love you. I basically went and had coffee with them, and they said,
what are your plans for the next few years?
Now, this is a question that, as I understand it, most third years hate because most third years don't have a plan. But I was like, I have a plan. I get my undergraduate degree, I get a postgraduate degree, and then I take a year out before I jump into the world of being an adult. Not to mention, I'm getting a job in education, which means I would have been in education my entire life if I didn't take a year out. So I was always going to take a year out. At this point, Ed turned to me and was like,
that makes absolutely no sense.
And I was like, what? And he goes, well, why would you take a PGCE to learn to become a teacher and then take a year out and forget everything you've learned, and then when you have to go and become a teacher, panic because you haven't been in a class all this time and, you know, you don't know what you're doing anymore and, you know, it's gonna be anxiety filled. And I was like, oh. So not only had I come into the university year being like, I'm gonna stay at University of Exeter for another year, and then realizing that I was actually gonna have to move somewhere else, and then now I'm realizing that my plan just doesn't make any sense. So I had another mini breakdown and was like, well, what would make more sense is then that I do my undergraduate and take a year out then, and then do a postgraduate degree. So that's kind of where we're at now. It's a lot going on in my head right now, and I just kind of wanted to sit down and update you guys and just sort of have a conversation with you to explain like what is going on with me, because there is a lot. So yeah, now the plan is to graduate the University of Exeter with an undergraduate degree, hopefully not dropping out in the last second because dissertations are scary. It has crossed my mind. Then doing a gap year before going back into university, a different university, and doing a postgraduate certificate of education to become a secondary school English and drama teacher. That is, of course, if my YouTube channel hasn't blown up by then, which of course it will. And then I could be a full-time YouTuber. Honestly though, it would be really, really sad if I did have to delete half of my YouTube channel because of teaching. But it is what it is, so we will see how that goes. And for now, I just need to focus on graduating. That is so scary to say. So I'm really, really sorry that I haven't been uploading. I love YouTube. You know that I love YouTube. For the meantime, I'm just gonna have to avoid any sort of uploading schedule, and I'll see you when I can, I guess. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I am gonna go and edit this video and hopefully upload it at some point. This is the second time I'm filming this video because I was halfway through editing that when I realized I was gonna take a gap year, so I had to update my update. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below to make me feel better because I am stressing out about life right now. And press the notification bell so you know when I post, because now it's going to be all over the place. Thanks again for watching, guys. I love you all. Oh, and we're almost at 200 subscribers. Fun fact. That is crazy. Let's get it. Let's do it. It might help getting there if I actually upload. I'm still on screen. Skirt! Oh! No. Okay.